This isn't what we had planned. Boz had a brilliant idea that just didn't work out. Then he came up with another one. It showed promise, but since none of our kids are in wrestling tournaments, the video we received really didn't suit our needs. So here we are, your beloved commish, here to save the day as usual. Now, before we get to the draft order, Boz wanted to share a message with the league. Your reigning champion, Boz, reminds you loudly, repeatedly, and without discipline that he holds the title, much to your disappointment. The rest of you were feeble, you failed, you suck. Excuses are for the weak. It's time to reveal where each of you draft and expose who's prepared and who's already defeated. At 14, a team that staggered into the playoffs while managing his roster with the balance of a newborn giraffe learning to walk. Vaj, congratulations on your weight loss, but fantasy football success isn't measured on a scale. Discipline in this league is what wins. Champions don't fade, they regroup. At 13, the team that finished dead last, again. The league's undisputed king of repeated failure. Dingle, you're a franchise that proves some men can't stop losing no matter how many chances they are given. 12, the squad that entered the playoffs as the overwhelming favorite, only to slip in the semis like an Eagles fan on a greased light pole. Hellbilly, hype means nothing when a man can't handle the pressure. At 11, goes to a man who forgets the draft is online and shows up with a sharpened number 2 pencil like he's taking the SAT. NWA, a true warrior doesn't lose battles to squirrels and chipmunks. At 10, the guy who rescues kittens out of trees, then spends the rest of the week trying to scam the league with trades so lopsided, even the cats hiss at him. Cobra Kai, saving innocence by day, exploiting weakness by night. At number 9, the man who won the whole damn thing, your reigning champion, Boz. Boz, you're the champ, but real warriors know victory only lasts until the next fight. 8, entering the season like a man on fire, blazing, unstoppable, and allegedly capable of breaking 500 for the first time since the invention of the forward pass. Namath, you burn bright, but you've never learned how to endure. Fire fades, discipline doesn't. At 7, the franchise that proves every year that being moron number 1 is a sustainable fantasy strategy. Second City, you wear that title proudly. But pride without discipline is just weakness, pretending to be confidence. 6, we got the eternal FNG. 2 years in the league, 2 playoff appearances, 2 first-round exits, and nothing to show for it. Vin Eagle, showing up isn't progress. Real fighters don't celebrate participation. They advance. At 5, the team that took the other end of the seesaw last season like a true second-place specialist. Cripple fight. You balance the weight well, but you've never learned how to shift it. Second place isn't stability, it's surrender. 4, a guy who bought a Jeep like he's campaigning for the biggest midlife crisis award, yet still drafts about as well as a Wrangler handles on a wet road. Silver, you chase the image of strength, but you lack the discipline required to earn it. At 3, the man who drafts like he golfs. Wild slices, occasional miracles, but mostly disappointment. He celebrates mediocrity like a Steelers fan, celebrating another 9-8 season. Stanima, you survived last year, but survival isn't victory. And in my dojo, survival is failure. Second, the CrossFit warrior who somehow looks unathletic in every real sport. Short bus, strength without control is wasted potential. You've been wasting it for 18 seasons. And the first overall pick goes to the 4-time champ, full-time pot smoker, part-time adult, standing proudly at a height that makes the trophy look oversized. Smoke, you've won more than anyone, but victory without discipline is temporary, and you've mistaken habit for strength. Well, that wraps up the draft show. Sorry for the delay. We had a few issues, but now you got it. Let your draft prep start.